What's going on, guys? So we're gonna be reacting to Black Culture Lost the Plot by Quiet Kills. This was made over a year ago now. I will be linking the original video that I'm reacting to in the description. So if you wanna watch more of his videos, then obviously feel free. And without further ado, let's get into it.
African American culture has genuinely just lost the plot. Yesterday is
Fatal shooting ruins opening day. Six Flags over Georgia. Chaos reigned at grand opening of Six Flags Over Georgia, with mobs of unruly teenagers fighting inside the theme park, escalating to a massive police response and a fatal shooting. This was a year ago now. The fact that I'm just now hearing about this is kind of crazy to me. That's all I'm gonna say. This should have been a lot bigger than it actually was.
Six Flags in Georgia, not far from Atlanta, had an opening day. And if you don't know what Six Flags is, it's just a big amusement park where people go to ride roller coasters and have fun. Yeah, I have one near my house. It's a fun time. You don't really see anything, crazy go on. But one opened up in Georgia, not far from Atlanta, and
Fucking course it was Atlanta. Like, are we surprised? Are we really like, this is really not, I mean, this is the equivalent of like opening up one next to Chicago and having it be over there or near New York. Like, it's just like, it's not that surprising. We all know that Atlanta and Chicago are like kind of shitholes because like of all the gang activity and shit going on around there. So it's like, it's really not that surprising.
well, there were about 500 to 600 people running around fighting. Somebody was killed. There was a shootout with the police. There were brawls all around the park, people trespassing in employees only areas. It was just chaos and pandemonium. Here are some videos of the chaos. You see a group of people jumping one person and leaving him unconscious.
What do you do to make so many people that mad? What do you do? Like, I. The only way I could see this happening is if, like, there's two scenarios that's going on in my head. Like, if you walk into like a very notorious gang territory where there's a bunch of gangers hanging around and you like scream the N word as loud as humanly possible, or you get in like a robe and turban and you start just throwing backpacks into huge crowds. Those are like the only That's like the only way I could see this happening. Other than that, it's just like, what are we doing? You know? And like, I'm not saying that like, I don't know. It's just like, it's hard to like, it's hard to imagine this happening and like, what's the reason? You know?
Beat him. The person recording even said that she thinks he's dead. He didn't die, but that's how bad he got beat by well over 10 people, stomped out. Everyone's recording, laughing, cackling about it. You see people getting chased down, grabbed. You have another brutal fight right here involving a bunch of people at the park. This person recording even said this is fight number 3. Mind you, this is one person's perspective. This is the third fight they saw that night. They can't be everywhere in the park at once. So there was well over 3 fights, you could assume that much. And this one is brutal. It involves a lot of people. And then you have gunshots ringing out. Once again, a bunch of people beating one dude. All these people are beating on one person.
That's like, holy shit. That's like a fucking 12 plus people. I know I've already made this point, but like, what do you do to make so many people that mad at you? Like, I genuinely can't understand that.
Laying on the ground. They've already lost the fight, but that doesn't stop it. No, let's stomp his head repeatedly. That surely won't kill him and get any of us sent to prison. Oh, no, that's fine. Here's another fight between 2 girls. I can't show it because the video will be taken down, but here's another fight between 2 women. This one had to get broken up by the park officers.
Park security had to have been like, okay, if I'm park security in this situation and I'm having to deal with all this bullshit, I'm expecting a 75% pay raise and a 2 weeks vacation minimum. This is literally the definition of I don't get paid enough for this shit.
And they're not letting go. You needed multiple park officers to try to break this up. I see about 3 or 4. You got people straight up running for their lives from gunshots at a Six Flags. Here's somebody in the area they're not supposed to be, and they get yelled at by an employee, and they're getting escorted out. You got helicopters flying around because people are shooting at police and each other. Look at all the police that had to show up to this.
That's like the entire station. No, scratch that. That's like 2 entire stations worth. They had to call in everyone from the day shift and the night shift to pull up here. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, oh my god, what is wrong with you guys?
All the police. Look at all the people trying to get involved in this fight. This was when it first opened. It's like a freaking zombie apocalypse, bro.
This looks like this, like I think it was the second episode of season 1 of Daryl Dixon, the Walking Dead spinoff. There was like this scene where like they're showing like 2 of the main characters before like the world fell apart with the apocalypse shit. This looks eerily similar. This also kind of looks like Fear of the Walking Dead, but I didn't watch Fear of the Walking Dead, so I can't really say for certain.
Look at this. Grown ass adults, a lot of these people. It's a lot of teenagers, but bro, too old to be acting like this, bro.
I mean, like, there's no like prime age to be doing this. There's no good age to be like shooting up Six Flags.
Too old for this shit. Look at this. It's crazy. And then a bunch of fights break out. I can't even show this. And these aren't even all the fights either. I mean, you got another one right here that I haven't even shown yet. You got the unconscious dude right there. You got the big parking lot brawl. And the thing I noticed is the main ones criticizing this in these comments on Twitter is mostly black folks. Because I know I'm going to get a bunch of people saying, oh, only alt-right, conservative, cis, white men, blah, blah, blah. The buzzword people, the terminally online buzzword people are going to roll in here and say I'm cherry picking and da-da-da.
This is too big to be cherry picked. You know, like, you can't really... This situation is too large and too substantial to be cherry picked. You cannot cherry pick this, and this is not something you can cherry pick. I said the same thing like 3 times over. Holy shit, this commentary is so peak.
And there's only one type of people painting this narrative and criticizing this whole thing.
Again, there's like no narrative to be painted. I mean, I guess there is kind of like you can show these videos as an example and be like, oh, this is why black people are bad, or this is why like every black person acts like this, but like that, well, we all know that's not true, so it's not really relevant. But there is really you can't really paint a narrative with this. You just showing these clips alone is not painting a narrative. It's really not.
That's not the case. You can see it right here. These are white folks saying this shit. And you see what they're saying, calling it ghetto, saying it's too many of them, saying it's basically the usual culprits.
The usual culprits. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny.
And why can't us black people act civilized? Dude right here saying this shit is ghetto. Now that's racist as shit. That's just racist as shit. But you see people even saying, bro, why can't y'all just ride the rides? Like, y'all are shooting at each other and fighting at a theme park, bro. Y'all can't just ride the rides. And that's the thing is, bro, when people call this shit out, you'll call them racist.
I mean, like, what do you do when a black person calls this out? You can't really call them racist because, you know, they're black. So that doesn't really work, does it?
But you see these videos, you didn't see any Asian people running around. You didn't see any white folks running around. Show me a white person in this video, bro. Show me one. There's none. That's the sad truth, bro. You can't find me one video of an amusement park or something like that opening up. And this is what's going on when there's mostly white folks, Asians, Hispanics, etc. You can't find me. You can't find me. And of course, it's a spectacle, bro. It's a spectacle. And here's the funny thing. I get a lot, bro. When I show a bunch of videos of African Americans doing this, doing that, and people want to say, oh, it's white folks, they're the ones recording it. Oh, it's white folks, they're the ones posting it online. What's this right here, bro? What's this right here? Instead of trying to stop it, instead of trying to, do whatever, they're recording it.
I mean, like, to be fair, if you see a crowd of like 20 people fighting each other, even if you really wanted to, you're not stopping that shit. Even if it's like a cop, you are not stopping that shit. What the cops do if they see that is they call for backup, because they know on their own they're not stopping that shit. And you, as an unarmed, untrained civilian, are definitely not stopping that shit. Now, they were cackling at it, so I will give him that, but like in general, you're just not stopping that shit. I'm sorry.
Laughing, putting it on social media, so this image of black folks, this negative stereotype, can be further reinforced by everybody, all the onlookers around the world, because this gets posted to Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, all these apps. These are where these videos circulate, and then this is everyone else's impression of black people.
I mean, it's not really true, because I don't know how to say this, but black people have existed for as long as white people, Asian people, literally every other type of people. Like, this is not gonna be someone's first interpretation of black people. Everyone has seen a black person before this. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Unless they've been living underground in some fucking subterranean bunker for the last 20 years and have just in the last few weeks resurfaced, this is not going to be their first interaction with a black person. I fucking guarantee it.
Specifically African Americans, this is their impression, and it's this right here. And this would happen without this. I mean, it would still be going on without the recording, but this is just so we can see what's going on. Now everyone can see.
He made this point earlier, but he made this point earlier in the video where there was like this girl captured like 3 fights, and he made the point that like this is only the ones that she captured. Like, these are only the ones that she captured. Look, imagine all the ones that weren't captured. Like, it's fucking crazy.
What's going on? So they say it was about 500 to 600 people running around. Cops had to show up. Somebody died.
Only one person died. That's, with all the shooting going on, that's actually kind of like crazy, you know? Like, you would think it would be like the death statistic, you'd think it would be a lot larger than this.
There was a shootout with police. Look at all the police that showed up. There was helicopters, blah, blah, blah. Y'all get the picture. It was a mess. And bro, black folks can't even be given a theme park, bro. They can't even open a theme park up without gunshots, people dying, people getting beat up and jumped.
Okay, this might sound a little crazy, but this shit wasn't happening back when segregation was still around. I'm not saying that segregation's good. What I am saying, the point I'm trying to prove, is that this didn't start being a problem until the late 2010s to now. It's a culture problem. It is 100% a culture problem, and he's gonna get more into that culture problem in this video, but I'm just gonna say right now, this is a culture problem.
Like, bro, you had to bring the gun there. Like, you went there looking for trouble. Like, why did you even bring a gun to Six Flags? And this is what people don't want to address. This is not a racial thing. This isn't a black thing. It all starts with the culture. And African American culture is degenerate, and it does not promote excellence. I'm gonna show y'all some examples of where this starts. All right, I'm gonna show y'all where it all begins. Right here. Right here.
We're so fucked. What is this? These are like second graders, third grader. They're learning PEMDAS soon. They haven't even learned PEMDAS yet, and they're doing this shit. Like, how do you learn this many swear words before you learn PEMDAS? This is fucking wild. Also, this drip is crazy. Hold up. Look at that. You got this kid right here. Look at that. Is that a birthday party? Is that is this a birthday party? Like I can't like who dresses like this for a birthday party, you know? Like I'm sure like Elon Musk does. You know, I'm sure all like the top 1% dress like this basically everywhere, but like this is not a this is not I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is not these guys are definitely not top 1%. That's all I'm going to say.
Little kids, bro. He don't even got teeth in his mouth, bro. Rapping along the songs about killing people. And look at the comments, bro. This is insanity. Y'all think it's funny, but we're genuinely doomed. Black.
I mean, it is really funny though. Like, yeah, we're fucked. We're doomed. You can say that all you want, and you're probably right, but I think it's still really funny.
Folks saying this. It's black folks saying this. Black folks are fed up with this shit. That's the thing. African American people are fed up with the degenerate culture that they're all being subjected to constantly. And once again, I will drill this point. It is not about race. It's not about being black.
Like, that's what I said earlier. This wasn't a problem when segregation was a thing. This wasn't a problem before the 2010s. You know, this just was not an issue. It is a culture problem, because obviously when you're born black, you okay, this is just like this is like, oh no shit, really. When you are born, you are a complete blank slate, and as you grow up, you are influenced by your culture and your surroundings. So this has the correlation between being ghetto and being black doesn't really like exist. Those two things are not connected.
All right, being black doesn't create this. It's African American culture. You don't see African culture celebrating this same stuff. You don't see Caribbean culture celebrating this same stuff. And this comment just parrots what I'm saying. You notice only black Americans do this shit, not Caribbean, not Africans, not legal immigrants. Then they blame the white people. Yeah, basically. Like, look at this, bro. A tongue saying 60 fucking rounds full of fun dip is crazy. This kid right here, bro. Blue ass tongue, no teeth. Talking about 60 rounds, bro. 60, like they're not even, this person right here, bro. They do not even give their children a chance. Totally fucked society. This culture is a threat to the very fabric of our society. This dude right here, black Americans are lost. That's not a white dude, by the way, because I already know I'm gonna get it. Happened last time on my last video when
Rosa Parks ain't died for this. I mean, it's true though. It's true.
whenever I talk about this, I get a bunch of people, usually white folks, coming
Rest in peace, by the way.
in saying, oh, it's only white people saying this. Oh, da, da, da. No, African Americans, a lot of black people in general, to be honest, because they all get bunched in because a lot of people don't even know the difference between ethnicity, nationality, etc. A lot of black folks are fed up with this shit. They're fed up. And what I'm about to show you here are critiques on the culture by black folks. So that argument cannot even be used. And if you want to call them an Uncle Tom, an Uncle Ruckus, a bootlicker, blah, 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 then you can use those racist ass remarks, those slurs all you want.
Is calling someone Uncle Ruckus a slur? I don't know, man. I mean, you've kind of lost me there. I mean, like, sure, it's an insult. It's insulting, but is it a slur? I don't know. That's I'm a little iffy on that one.
Those racist terms, because that's what they are. Whenever a black person thinks differently, all right, they voice a different opinion out loud. They follow their own route, their own path. They come to their own conclusions. They don't just subscribe to the hive mind or follow the herd. And
subscribe to their hive mind like you should subscribe to this YouTube channel. But no, this is actually a pretty interesting phenomenon. This happens in a lot of different groups, most notably feminism. When a woman doesn't subscribe to the belief that all men are trash and women are the victims and women are always right or whatever, they get called pygmies all the fucking time. All the time. It's ridiculous. I'm sure there's a lot of other examples, but this is probably the most popular and most, I guess, direct comparison that I can make. But yeah, no, I think it's something that should be looked into.
Act like sheeple. They always get called Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus, blah, blah, blah. It's always the same racist ass slurs to try to get them back in place, right? Don't step out of place or we're going to call you this, call you that. It's crazy. And it's a way you instill fear in the black community to not think differently, all right? If you're a black conservative, boom, you're going to get hit with all the slurs. And that's how they keep you in place. That's how they keep you brainwashed. That's how they keep you just blindly following the pack and not stepping out of line. That's how they do it. They make black people feel like someone's foot is on their back, usually their own community. They make a black person feel like their own community has their foot on their back right.
And you know what the funny part is? They can feel that foot on their back, but what do the people say that are the people that are putting their foot on their back? What are they saying? Whose fault is it? Not their fault. No. It's white people's fault. It's America's fault. It's everyone's fault but their own. They will always point the finger at someone else. I'm talking about the people that will. I'm talking about the people that'll call them Uncle Ruckus or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about black people just as a whole population. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying people who will put that foot on your back, will tell you that the foot you feel on your back isn't from me. It's from that white guy over there. It's from Clarence. It's from Brady. It's not from me. It's from fucking Eugene. You know? Like
To kick them out the door if they do anything or say anything differently. That is terrible. Imagine having that feeling all the time. This is why people don't speak out. This is why they're usually only comfortable saying this stuff in comments or tweeting it on Twitter.
This is what bravery looks like, by the way. This is a very good example of bravery, is being able to stare down an entire group of people and saying you are wrong, calling a huge population out on their bullshit. This is brave. Shout out to this guy and everyone else that has been covering this issue. Shout out to you guys. I know I have like zero clout, but like seriously, hats off.
Etc. They're afraid to actually say this out loud. Many of them. Here we have No Jumper glorifying this to sell a rapper. Las Vegas rapper accused of deadly shooting. So this guy didn't do anything. And even if he did, why are we using that as a selling point?
Is this guy, hold on, is this his mugshot? Is this guy smiling in his fucking mugshot? This guy's a danger to society. This guy needs to be locked the fuck up in, like, not even jail, like a mental ward. You know, like he needs to go to grippy sock jail. Like he just looks like he wants to murder me. And that I'm not saying that because he's like, look at that fucking smile. Look at that. I mean, to be fair, like, if it was just this guy smiling without this context, I mean, we wouldn't be thinking that. But with this context of him committing a deadly shooting and the smile, like, bro, you gotta go. You gotta fucking leave. You gotta go somewhere else.
That's something to think about right there, but that's besides the point for this moment. Las Vegas rapper accused of deadly shooting makes $250K bail and drops a massive hit his first day out. They're using.
Who was the rapper, by the way? Like, I want to know what the massive hit was. Like, I'm actually kind of curious.
Black violence to sell music, to sell shit in general. It's glorified, it's championed. Let's talk about the culture, bro. Let's talk about the culture. This guy right here said, somebody said the CIA is doing victory laps. That's
Oh, Sexy Red. I got a lot. I got some things to say about Sexy Red. I might just keep them to myself, though.
a fact, bro. That is a fact. You got all these young girls looking up to Sexy Red, bro. First of all, as a parent, why are you even letting your child listen to Sexy Red?
This is another interesting phenomenon of, like, as time passes by, the fucking parents find something to blame. Like, oh, the reason it was jazz because it was made by black people, which I guess is kind of relevant in the situation because we're talking about the black community. Then it was comic books. Then it was fucking rock, and then it was video games. And like, I always feel like there's an overreaction sometimes because like preventing your kids from listening to rock or jazz, it's like a little much, but like in this situation, preventing your kids from listening to Sexy Red or Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B, you got my support low key because like that's just like we're crossing a line here. Like the music in general, like it's not even good. Like like lyrics aside, the music itself just is not that good.
And then you may say, oh, that's a one-off thing, you're cherry picking, blah blah blah. Nope. Watch this.
This is like a 4-year-old, by the way. A 4-year. I'm seeing fucking red. This is a 4-year-old. Parents, parents. Y'all are really failing your kids. You are truly failing your kids. Like, I don't even like. This is just sad. I don't. I don't even know what to fucking say here. I really don't. I really don't.
Bro, this is depressing. Like, this is actually depressing. Someone says something white people, something racism. This dude said, I can't stand us. They're singing along to listen to what they're saying, bro. Like, just listen to the words. And not only that, bro, but all of these young girls are looking up and singing along to Sexy Red. Like, to the point where they got the words memorized.
Okay, this is gonna. Okay, let's get that off the fucking screen for a second. You know the movie Cuties? Like how horrible that shit was? Imagine that 10 times the scale as a whole population. That's what we're staring at right now. That should terrify you. That should genuinely terrify you. It terrifies me. I'm not easily scared. And it terrifies me. So I don't know, man.
Singing along to Sexy Red, like to the point where they got the words memorized. If y'all are unfamiliar with Sexy Red, this is her right here.
I mean, okay, I was about to question if I can even show this, but he can, so I think I'm chilling. Obviously, this video isn't made for kids. Holy fucking shit. Okay. Let's listen to these. Let's look at. We're not gonna listen. Let's look at these titles. We got Bow Bow Bow, fucking Hood Hottest Princess, Bow 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 again, Pound Town 2. Holy shit, we're cooked, bro. What is this? Oh my god, what is this? The more I look at the image, the more I think I might have to censor this shit. I'm not confident.
Yep, this is the woman that all these little girls are looking up to. Let's read some of her lyrics, bro. And trust me, this isn't cherry picked. All of her music is
Bow 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 in parentheses, fuck my baby daddy. Okay. I mean, you already fucked your baby daddy, though. Like, you really want to go for seconds?
basically like this. Let's read some of these lyrics that all these young black girls are singing along. This is the person all these parents, these black women, are subjecting their children to.
I mean, it's interesting because the moms also listen to this shit. And so they're thinking like, well, if I listen to this, why can't my kid listen to this? Because you're an adult. I would fucking hope you're an adult if you're having a kid, but you are a grown-up fucking adult. Now, I can say that I don't fucking like the music. I don't see the appeal, and quite frankly, I think it's slop. But if you, as a grown adult, want to listen to this, go ahead. You know, I'm not gonna fucking stop you. But where's the line drawn?
Right? Fuck my baby dad. Fuck my baby dad. Fuck my baby dad. I'm a fine ass bitch. I ain't in the house sad.
Sexy Red. I don't know if I can agree with you on that. I mean, you're just personally not my type, but also just like in general, I'd say you're like a solid 6. And then we take into account the surgeries, and I don't know, man.
Fuck my baby dad. Bow, 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 bow. That's that booty meat.
That's that booty meat. We're so fucked.
Hey, look at them booty cheeks. This is like, look at the name of this song right here.
We need more Corey Kenshins in the world, bro. We need more Corey Kenshins for these like young black children, and just for children in general. Like, we need more people like Corey Kenshin, genuinely, because like Corey Kenshin's my goat. Like, shout out to Corey Kenshin. Gotta start wearing that Spooky Series Hyundai hoodie more. Might have to get some new merch.
This is the person that all these young black girls are looking up to and listening to and singing along with, bro. This is a cultural issue. This is where it starts. Y'all think I'm exaggerating? Bet. Look at this right here. Little kid, they're singing along to a song that's just talking about violence, etc., etc. And you got a little kid holding a gun right here, bro.
Holy shit, I didn't even see that. What the fuck? What in the fuck? This goes beyond ignorance. This goes beyond stupidity. Like, I'm starting to think this is just straight up malicious at this point. They have to be doing this shit on purpose. There's no fucking way this is on accident. There is no way this is on accident. What the hell?
You're gonna sit here and tell me it's not a problem with the culture? You're gonna sit here and tell me I'm cherry picking, I'm doing this, I'm doing...
This is at like a daycare too, or like is this Chuck E. Cheese? Oh my god, there's 2 kids holding guns. What the fuck? Bro, oh my god, this is so sad.
That. You know how many videos like this are online, bro? Look at this right here, bro.
He looks like he looks like a baby. Like, you know that like kind of blankish stare that toddlers have sometimes? Like they're like when they're like really locked in or like they're spaced out. He has the fucking toddler stare, and he's holding a gun. And from the looks of it, it's a loaded too. I'm Oh my god.
Are you serious? Where do you realistically think these children are gonna end up in life?
They're gonna end up in the prison system, and I this is a side tangent, but we really do need to revise the prison system, because currently where it's at is just to benefit off of the prisoners instead of rehabilitating them into society, because the prison system is just an endless loop. You go to jail, you get out, and then you go back to those same habits of committing crimes. You get caught, and then you go to jail again. I pray for these kids. I genuinely pray for these kids. This is actually so sad.
Where do you think these kids are gonna end up? These are the same kids that end up going to the Six Flags, fighting, and shoot people. These are the same kids, bro. It is a cultural issue. It's not a racial issue, okay? It is a cultural issue. This is where it starts right here. You're looking at it. This right here is where it all begins. Look at this. Look at this. Multiple guns. Look at this little kid right here, bro. This is what he's taking it all in. Look at this kid right here. He's taking it all in.
That one looks more like a 15-year-old though. Okay, maybe 15 is a stretch. Maybe like 13, which is still like unacceptable, but like, I don't know.
And they're so proud of this shit. They got a baby right here.
I accidentally muted my mic. Oh my god, that is a literal fucking... That is a actual baby. Oh my god. I need to just let the video play.
This is what they're doing, bro. And you're gonna sit here and tell me, right? You wanna sit here and tell me there's no problem with African American culture. Do you actually want to get into this debate with me while I have this on the screen? You're gonna see it, bro. Show me Asian kids doing this shit right here. Show me it. Show me the little white kids doing this shit right here. Show me all the videos of it. I want a comparable amount of videos of this same shit. I don't want just one. I want as many as I showed you. Because I have a lot more than this. A whole lot more. Show me it. Let's read the comments. Not all black people are like this, but, and then see, that's the thing, bro, is that's true. Not all black people are like this. People that don't have a lot of exposure to black people, there's tons of people in the world that have never met a black person, but they have access to the internet. They have.
That's actually a good point. I never thought about it. Is like oh my god, I actually never thought about that. That like, cause like most there's, I could be wrong on this, and I'm probably talking out of my ass, but most black people that are in Africa are in like America and Britain, but like the population of like like Eastern and Western Europe, like fucking like Poland and shit, listen to like Romania. I don't know my countries very well. I'm really fucking bad at geography. But yeah, no, like this is like, he really does make a good point though. I never thought of it like that.
Have access to Instagram, X, etc. And this is their only impression of black people right here. This right here, right? This is why this guy has to comment that. Because not a lot of people have that firsthand experience with black people to know that they're not all like this. You got a black dude right here saying, these are the kids I keep my kids away from. 5,800 likes. Look at the amount of likes on these comments, bro. This right here is just a fact. This right here, and this is a famous line, bro. This is a famous line we all know is true. That is a fact. I know plenty of black folks that don't want to be around black folks like this. I know tons of black folks. They are not trying to be around this shit, bro. They're not trying to be around this shit. This shit, someone say Coco Felon. I'm weak as shit. So
That's not funny. That's not funny. It's not funny.
So let me show you the next step in those types of kids' lives. Let's show you the next step. You got it right here.
After
Bro. This is just the definition of doing too much. Like, why are we doing all this? Like, I don't even know what, I'm so fucked.
teens are seen smiling, laughing, dancing, and cursing.
You got it right here.
Bro. Imagine what their parents are like, though. Like, this shit's just like... I don't have anything new to say. I'm sorry for fucking pausing it so much to just say nothing, but like... I feel like I need to like pause it every now and then and just gather myself, because like, what the fuck? Are you for real?
These are the scenes in a Broward County courtroom which turned into a circus after teens were seen misbehaving in what was supposed to be.
That's the next step. We're just going down the line. That's the next step right here. Not taking shit serious. Going to jail at a young age. Still not taking shit serious. And here you go. You even got black folks saying just plain ghetto. More black folks. Give them all life. They have no hope. So for all the people that like to spin this weird narrative that like only white people are saying this type of shit, only white people are fed up with this shit. No, you're wrong, bro. You're wrong. Trust me. Most black folks I know, they don't want to be anywhere around this shit, and they're tired of it too. They don't want to go to the gas station and worry about getting robbed by some 16-year-old who doesn't have jack shit to live for. He doesn't take shit serious and joined a gang when he was 12 and has no father figure in his life. All right? Like, no one I know wants to deal with this shit at all. Everyone is sick of this shit. And a lot of people are tired of pretending that this isn't an issue and instead pointing the finger at everybody else except the community, the one raising these children. And I don't want to hear the, it's because, they grew up poor, they're in poverty, they're impoverished, blah, blah, blah. No, that doesn't create this, brother. It does not do this. This is cultural. Okay, this is cultural. You look at impoverished Asian communities in America. It's not like this. You don't see them doing this shit. There's tons of poor Asian communities in America.
I can speak for this one personally because my family is broke as shit, and I've not had this problem. I have a brother that does not have this problem. He is like 9 years old, and we don't have the problem. It's not a systemic issue. It's a kind of a surroundings issue, but it is above all else a cultural issue
That you can look at. And you don't see this shit going on. You don't see this shit. Once again, let's talk about where it starts.
Hungry in the store, gotta feed them.
Look at this.
You gotta stop and you gotta feed them. Because one thing about me, when I'm hungry, he gonna make you eat.
And they got 4 kids.
CPS needs to take your kids away. There's just no other way to say it. You just cannot be a parent. You just can't be a fucking parent.
This brain dead jackass pouring chips on the floor of a Walmart.
That's also something I didn't notice. How did I not fucking notice that? Bro, do you know the amount of germs you just ate? Holy shit. Your white blood cells are gonna be on the fucking front lines for the next, 2 months.
Has 4 kids to his name. And this is the example he's setting for his kids right here. Once again, you got black folks criticizing this shit. Whatever happened to being embarrassed? The most ghetto shit I've ever seen. Yeah. Please steal condoms. If you can't feed them, don't breed them. Look at this shit right here, bro. It starts at a young age. All right, this right here. Show me a video of Asian folks doing this shit, glorifying it, cackling about it, thinking this shit is cool and funny, thinking this shit is okay. And I have more. Oh, don't you worry. I'm not cherry picking. I got more.
It says, what does it say?
Please take one each. Look what she's going to teach her daughter to do.
Nope. Come on, let's go.
I do this shit too, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do that shit too. I might be a shitty person, but I be doing that shit too, though. So it's I can't really criticize, but at the same time, though, I'm not teaching little kids to do it. So I mean, I'm bad, but she's worse.
Oh, get one. That's right.
It's a proud mother right
here. Come on, let's go.
She's proud.
Come on.
Okay. 2 handfuls. Alright, okay, see, now we're doing too much.
What do you even... So you're still going to tell me this is not a cultural issue? You're still going to sit here and tell me that this isn't a cultural issue? This does...
And I feel like a lot of people do that, I feel like it's not only just me. A lot of people that aren't black also do this, so I mean, it's an example, but it's not really a great one, but that could also just be me being biased because, I do this shit too.
Does not fall on the parents. This isn't white folks oppressing, blah, blah, blah. This isn't any of that, bro. This is a parent teaching her daughter to steal. That's what this shit is. You can try to intellectualize it and play the mental gymnastics and blah, 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 all you want. That's what this is. That's what this is. It's a cultural issue. That is what this is. Simple and plain. Don't try to make this any deeper than what you're seeing right now, because that is what this is. What kind of future do you think this little girl is going to have, not only learning stuff like this, but with her role model like this, with a role model like this in her?
And what else do you think that this lady is teaching her kid? We've already seen this. What do you think there is that we're not seeing? Something to think about.
Her life. I doubt her father is in her life. I genuinely doubt it. Because I don't think this shit would be going on if he was. But then again, we saw the last video and the father was right there. Sitting right beside him, egging it on.
Quite frankly, in that situation, the kid and the mother are both better off if the father leaves. In the Velas video we saw, they'd be better off if the dad was gone, honestly. But also at the same time, not really, because then you just have the disadvantages with none of the advantages. Because at least with the advantages of father, like if you have a mother that's a good mother and then a father that's a piece of shit, it's better off if the father isn't there. That being said, the mother isn't doing it. It does, in the video at least, it looks like the mother isn't doing anything to counteract this or argue it. So I would say they're both very much in the wrong in this scenario.
Doing it too. So I don't know. But what kind of future do you think this little girl is going to have when this is the example that she is being taught to follow right here? To steal. And want to know what this turns into right here? So you see this right here, right? I showed you what one turns into, right? The kids flashing the guns, exposed to the guns and glorifying violence at a young age. You see what that turns into. The kids getting sent to prison at a young age or jail, whatever. They're shooting people, robbing people. Let me show you what this right here. Let me show you what this turns into when they get older. That turns into this right here. That's what this turns into. This is that little girl all grown up right there. You do not see white folks or Asians doing this shit.
I mean, you kind of do though, because like there are like this is more of just like a teenager thing. This isn't really a black community thing. This is just a teenager thing, because I know a lot of teenagers that do this. I've seen teenagers do this plenty of times. I am a teenager, so I am a teenager, so I would know.
You don't. You just don't. Look, I got more. These are those kids grown up right here. These are them grown up, just walking out with shit. That's her right there. That's literally that little girl right there.
The fucking audacity to walk out openly with that shit, with that much shit. Like, at least with the last one, they like ran, but no, they're just carrying fucking boxes upon boxes of shit, just so casually. Like, wow, that's crazy to me.
Grown up. You got more right here.
Here they come. Watch out, you guys, watch out.
Look at this.
Oh, shit.
When so many videos like this are all over the internet, how do y'all think other groups are going to perceive your group? Tell me. When you walk into a store and you got the guy behind the counter really checking you out, really following you with his eyes, checking the camera, breathing down your neck, you gonna call him racist? When it's a gazillion videos like this all over the internet, oh, I'm gonna show more, don't you worry. But when you have a freaking gazillion videos like this on the internet,
I know he's doing all this to prove a point that he's not cherry picking, but like at this point, I think we've seen more than enough examples. That's just me though.
you're still gonna call him racist? You're still gonna call that guy racist? Or is it pattern recognition? Look at this. I got more, bro. I got more. Look right here. Running around the store, stealing a bunch of shit, putting it into a bunch of bags and running out.
This was so planned that they brought fucking garbage bags. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Right here. Shit is crazy. Look at this. That dude looks like he's like 14, bro. That looks like a 12-year-old. Look at this. Little girl doing it too. Another girl doing it too. They're all young. Look how many. Look how many, bro. That was well over 50. That had to be over
This is once again the definition of I don't get paid enough to do this shit.
15 people. And security can't do shit about it. Can't do shit about it. You got more right here. I'm not cherry picking. You got more right here. Stealing shit, walking out, grown ass man too. He is
Bro doesn't give a fuck. He does not get not a single fuck to be given. Oh my god.
nice clothes on his body. He got nice earrings. I don't know if he stole those too. He has nice shit. Got a young kid with him. Look. That's probably the mother of that kid. Who knows? Multiple kids. Just stealing shit. Look at this, bro. Don't say I'm cherry picking. Trust me. If you can find the videos of white folks and Asian folks doing this same shit, Hispanic folks, etc., show me the videos. Send them to me. Send them to me. Send me a comparable amount. I want to see them. You don't see it. Show me the Asian kids running into stores and looting constantly. Show me it. Because I'll tell you this much. Once again, you got a father, right? 2 kids. Maybe the mother's recording. He got his little kid stroking the counter, wearing little shiesties, bro. You got his little ass kid. You teaching your little kid to stroke the counter, bro. Poor kids, horrible parents and environment, etc. Like, bro. And then what? When your kid knocks some girl up, doesn't use a condom, and then he doesn't want to stick around to raise the kid, you're gonna be shocked, right? Meanwhile, when he was 3, you got him stroking your countertop. Like, bro, what are you're teaching them that early for what, bro? Like, and you still want to sit here and tell me it's not an issue with the culture, right? You still want to do that? You're still going to try to play this game with me? Once again, you got more stealing, and there's so many. There's so freaking many, dude.
If he doesn't like get to the next point soon, I'm probably gonna skip past this because this is just a lot of him talking and me being silent, because this is all the points that I could have said have already been said.
Dude, you got another one right here. Little ass kids stealing this dude's bike. Now let me ask you, if this guy right here were to ride his bike around these kids, you think he'd be called racist? I think he would. I think people will call him racist. If he rode his bike to the other side of the street to ride around these kids, I think he'd be called racist. Look at this shit right here. Do you think he's going to be comfortable next time riding around kids?
By the way, this is all completely uncut and unedited because CapCut is a fucking nightmare to deal with, and I do not have any like positive leads on editing software. So if any of you guys know of any good editing software, please let me know. I'm in desperate need.
Black kids, you think he's gonna be comfortable? Like, this stuff is pervasive on social media. It is everywhere. You see this all the time. Are we gonna act like this isn't an issue still? Like, we're still just gonna sit here and act like this isn't a problem? Like, there's no issue with the culture? Like, there's no issue? Stealing a seafood boil. A lot of people say, oh, they're just stealing things they need, blah, blah, blah. They're
can't have shit in Detroit.
gonna, go sell it to the community. They're gonna give it back, whatever. What's the reason you would steal a goddamn seafood boil? You gonna sell that back to your community? You need to eat. You couldn't go steal bread. You couldn't. No, you were in the mood to steal some fancy shit, right? Some seafood boil shit, right? You were in the mood for some crab and lobster. You weren't in the mood to go get a goddamn job. No, you were in the mood for some crab.
Sorry for the J slur, guys.
And lobster. You were feeling fancy that night, so you decided to go steal from this business right here. And now, if they look at any black folks funny, they're gonna be racist, right? Y'all are living up to your stereotypes. Exactly. It doesn't sound pretty, but that is what's going on. Reinforcing these stereotypes. We have another one right here. Stealing shit from Walmart. Then people wonder why these stores pull out of black areas. And they blame that on racism. They say, oh, they're creating food.
Is Houston, Texas a black area? I don't know.
Deserts, they're doing this, they're doing that. The businesses are constantly being robbed, constantly being destroyed. They're not obligated to stick around if that's how you're going to treat the business. So they leave, they pull out, they go somewhere else.
This affects more than just the black community. This affects everyone in that general area. So everyone needs to be aware of this because this can affect you.
Okay. This is the fault of the community. You can't blame this on white people. You can't blame this on the system, blah, blah, blah. This is the fault of the community. She's trying to run off with what, a TV or something? I can't even tell. And look, well, no one can say she's stealing because she's hungry. She's not stealing food.
I don't know, man. I mean, that TV did look pretty fucking delicious. I'm not gonna lie. I would not mind jumping down on that shit.
Bunch of black folks in the elevator and a fight breaks out. Even this black woman right here saying can't take us nowhere.
Okay, hold on. What? Hold up. Okay, what the fuck? The girl in the middle. What the fuck are you wearing? You are in public with like a fucking bikini on, jean shorts, almost booty shorts, and you're barefoot. You're gross. You're just gross.
Black culture is so inspiring these days. No one is surprised by this behavior. Six Flags was basically this, but on a larger scale. A lot of people like to say the schools are racist and this and that, and they're being deprived of, you know, this and that, and, you know, they study their asses off, but they can't pass the test because the tests are racist. How a test could be racist, I don't know. Asians, which are a minority, have no problem passing them. But no one wants to think about what's...
I mean, it's also like just the way that they're raised is different because, like, it's technically a racist stereotype, but like the stereotype of Asian kids being like super smart because of their parents, like it's not always true, but like it's true enough that it's a stereotype, you know? So I don't know. Maybe that's just a really bad take, and I'm probably super wrong on that, but yeah, no.
What's going on in the classrooms? Because I went to predominantly black schools. I went to multiple schools, right? I went to 3 different high schools, and I saw what classrooms were like. Let me tell you, I never saw an Asian kid disrupt the class. I never saw an Asian kid get in a fight. I never saw an Asian kid jump somebody. I never saw an Asian kid flash up gang signs or stab somebody. Nah. I only saw black folks doing this in my classes. You gonna call me racist for speaking from my own experience? I went to 3 different high schools. 3 different high schools, and it was the same thing every time. And they were all in 3 vastly different areas with vastly different types of incomes. Rich black folks, poor black folks, rich white folks, poor white folks, rich Asians, poor Asians, rich Hispanics, poor Hispanics. I've seen it all. I've done a lot of traveling in my life. I've been around. I've never seen an Asian kid disrupt the class and like get in a big ass fight, dude. I've never seen that shit. All the schools I went to, a lot of my classes, they look like this. This is how it looked. And there'd be some little white kids and Asian kids sitting up front. Maybe some more Hispanics. I live around a lot of Hispanics as well. They maybe be like, you know, around the area talking, whatever, chatting. But this is what it looked like. This is what all my classes would look like, right here. Right here. Then you got the bathroom full of people smoking, fighting, slap boxing and shit. But this is what my classes would look like. Right? And then when the Asian kid who was sitting up front trying to pay attention, right? When the Asian kid studying up front, when they would pass the test, well, everyone would say, oh, well, the test is racist. Oh, they got to change the test now. The test was racist. The black kids were deprived. No, they were doing this shit instead of studying. That's what was going on. Look at this shit right here, bro. They could all have their books out, textbooks, whatever. They could be in the library right now if it's some sort of like a free period studying. But instead, this is what they're up to. Once again, cultural. I mean, you got folks.
I mean, I don't really know if it looks like a free period because I don't really see a teacher in there. Like I could have just missed him, but I don't see a teacher in there.
Stealing from Home Depot, bro. You got folks stealing from Home Depot. Look at this shit. Here's a funny ass video. Here's a bear inside of a store, and here's some black folks. Yeah.
How do you manage to out chaos a fucking bear? Like, that's low-key something to be proud of. Like, that's an achievement right there.
Look at the bear, and look at this. This is multiple videos in one. Tearing shit up. The bear took his little thing, didn't spill anything over, and just walked out the door. Didn't even make a mess. You got black folks in the store.
Is it legal to own a bear as a pet? Because, like, low-key, if bears are this chill, I might have to get one. I don't know, man.
Just destroying shit for no reason. Just destroying shit for literally no reason, bro. No reason. Look at this. When you have videos like this on the internet, do you think people want to be around this community? Can you not see why the optics are consistently looking awful? Like, are you that blinded that you can't see the issue still? After all of this, you still can't see the issue? You're still going to just pin it all on the white people. Oh, it's all the white man. Like, you're still going to do that shit? Really? And here's the mental gymnastics I was talking about.
They need to feed their child and they don't have money.
I'm sorry, but this commentary paired with the video is so fucking funny. Fuck.
Put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry that night.
You got these people stealing from clothing stores, stealing from Gucci, stealing from...
They took the entire fucking rack and just fucking dipped. Oh my god, my laugh sounds kind of forced, but like, I am genuinely laughing at this shit.
You know, they go to Walmart. There was a video. They went to a Walmart, stole a bunch of stuff except the vegetables and healthy foods. It was all the alcohol was stolen. Bro, it's not on a I need this for my family basis. That's not what this is. You're an idiot. This woman is an idiot. Hassan is an idiot. Whoever paints that goofy ass.
I mean, Hassan is an idiot, but I don't really know what this has to do with Hassan.
Narrative is an idiot. That's not the case. They're stealing shit because they know they can. And they grew up in a culture that promotes it. The music they listen to endorses it. Their parents promoted it, etc. That's why they do this. It is a cultural issue. Here's another one.
And so they go out and they need to feed their child and they don't have money.
This is a very popular meme.
So you
on all these videos
maybe have to, they're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or
you see how she downplays it as well.
Or go hungry that night.
Shoplift some bread or go hungry that night. As they steal all the shoes and clothing out of the freaking Nike outlet, bro. They're gonna steal some bread or they'll go hungry. This shit isn't. And then you wonder why stores pull out, why stores leave. When you have this much shoplifting going on, and like all these videos, like these, and there's so much, trust me, there's so much more. I handpicked these like out my thing because I didn't have a lot of time, but there were so many videos I could have put. I couldn't put them in because they're either too violent or there's just too much to go over. But there's so much more of this. Just this, dude. This.
Why? Like, genuinely why? What motivates you to do this? This is low-key worse than the devious look trend, because at least with the devious look trend, you could see the motivation. It was a stupid motivation, like destroying your entire school bathroom to blow up on TikTok, but there was something behind there at least. This is just pointless.
Just add this to the collection of the bear video. Like, look at this, bro. Then you wonder why folks don't want to be around this community, why people are scared. Look at this guy. He's just chilling and he's getting yelled at and attacked. Then you wonder why people don't want to be around the community, why people are scared, why people may they move their bag or clutch their purse. Then you wonder, right? You call that racist. But then you have videos like this circulating on a regular basis, getting millions and millions of views, right? Then you have the audacity to call these people racist. Even down to celebrity events. You got Cam Newton, bro. Very famous football player. Got into a brawl at this little event thing for coaches and stuff. And spoiler alert, there's not a one white person fighting in this shit. There's not one Asian person fighting in this shit. It's straight up black folks. It's a massive brawl, bro. Like, this is hood shit. And this is not his fault. I'm not saying this is his fault. But you see a pattern, bro. You see the pattern. Here's a bunch of black folks at an Airbnb. And last time I made a video like this, you had a woman, I believe she was from the islands. I don't know where she was from. She may have been like Jamaican or something, but she was talking about why she does not let African Americans rent her spot out for Airbnb. This is why. She said they're disrespectful. They destroy her property. They don't want to pay, etc., etc. And you got them doing this shit at an Airbnb. For what reason, bro? And then you got my city right here. This is DC. This is my spot right here. And it's the same shit, city to city. You see one underlying pattern, one common denominator. Show me where the white and Asian people doing all this shit. Where are they at in this crowd? I don't see them. I don't see them. You got people on this bus trying to get home from work, and they have to deal with this bullshit. This ghetto ass shit, bro.
The drip is looking diabolical. What the fuck? He really just got like a hoodie, put a bunch of stickers on it, and called it good. Like, how do you walk out of the house looking like that? Like, I know that's not the point. That's so aside from the point. But like, I like, what the fuck?
Straight ghetto ass shit. And then you wonder, look at this, bro. It's a big ass joke. It's a game. Climbing up on the bus, bro. Everyone's recording it so they can go post it on social media and further reinforce the negative stereotypes. There you go. This is how it starts right here, bro. This is how it starts. Everyone whips out their phones and let's record because they think it's cool. This type of behavior is celebrated within the culture. So they put it all on social media. They celebrate it. They show it off. They think it's cool. They think it's funny.
I think this is where I'm going to stop it here. If you want to watch the rest of the video, click the link down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. If you have any feedback, let me know. Maybe I'll do this one. Maybe if we do another one, I'll do one with face cam. Probably not, but we'll see. With that out of the way, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day/night.